This is Benji, some kind of an interesting yet strange guy. He tends to sit alone in an eerie feeling park, speaking to himself without producing any sound. He's obviously troubled by himself, yet I'm not sure of who will ever find out what that is. But let's judge him physically. Black smooth hair, perfect skin tone, wearing a short and a slipper, kind of a fuckboy. Sometimes he kills his time with dating women. Once a week, or twice a week. But one day, Benji was walking in a local grocery store to buy something to eat. Only in this particular day, something has stopped him. It was a notebook with a cash lying in the ground. Just like anyone else, Benji didn't know what to do. It would be great if Benji just left the cash where it was, or even turned it in the police. But he didn't. He simply take a look, drop his groceries, and pick up the notebook, and just walk away. His groceries were unfortunately stolen by this mysterious girl. Benji didn't feel good on what he had done, but he didn't feel bad either. For Benji, fate has hit him in the notebook with money in that period of time. He spent his newly found money on expensive bottles, expensive treatments, and expensive friends. After a lot of shots, Benji reached his limitation, but still drive. He thinks he could still drive. His boastfulness driven his mind. Benji started to open and close his eyes and lost his attention on the road. He hit someone. Let's talk about Giselle. She's young, molded with the face of Virgin Maria. She spends her time in fast food chain places like these. She's unpredictable and definitely lives in her own principles. She has straight dark hair. She always wears hoodie jackets and tattered pants with a grey and white shoes. She might look like an innocent girl, but don't get attracted on it. Giselle was actually suffering kleptomania. For those who don't know, kleptomania is an impulse control disorder that results in an irresistible urge to steal, and that was actually Giselle was doing. She managed to steal a gold necklace, a watch, a handkerchief, and a bottle of water. After that, Giselle drank her bottled water like a spoiled child. It is actually a regular day for her, until she sees something so odd. It was a man anchored with a bag with fresh cash, and no one was chasing him. Unexpectedly, Giselle called the police and reported about the mysterious man. Did she just change her personality, or she just protected herself? Consequently, she found 2 bags of grocery lying in the ground. It turns out Giselle doesn't change after all, and that is her life. Now let's meet Jade. He only knows bad things, and that's what we always think. He's a total criminal. Jade always fails to do things good. For Jade, there's only one thing he could do when something is wrong, and that is to make it much worse. He always do anything just to escape from the chains of the law, but unfortunately, he is not good at it. He was caught in custody, and after 12 months of living in jail, he has finally released and come back to her wife. know that the world he was used to changed a bit, particularly his wife. He just ignored it. One day, when Jade was opening the fridge, he found a piece of paper invaded with bill. Michi could not pay it because she was only alone. With only knowing his dilemma, he has no choice but to commit crime again because he has no work. He did a thing which his skills was comfortable. He robbed a bank. After that, everything was actually flawless. Until suddenly, an officer broke his momentum. The cash that he robbed fall in the ground, and that's all about Jade. What about Michi? Michi was a girl with an eyes exposing her personality. She was actually trapped in a world that she was the only one who knows. She's a waiter by day and a loner by night. One day, while she was washing dishes, she received a call that brings a good news. Her husband was finally released from jail. When Jade came home, she approached Jade with a warm hug, like a baby hugging her lost teddy bear. She thinks things would be easier with her husband, but it's not. A few days later, a bill with a big amount reached their house, and with Michi's minimum wage on her work, she can't pay her bills, and she hid it from the top of the refrigerator. Thinking about the bill, she got depressed and walked away. Michi didn't know where to go until she found herself on a playing field. At that point, she got into her car. While thinking about the problem inside the car, another car hit her. Now, let's recap. If Michi just tried to pay her bill instead of hiding it in the fridge, Jane wouldn't have found it and robbed a bank. If Jane hadn't robbed the bank, Gazelle wouldn't have called the police. If Gazelle hadn't called the police, the money wouldn't have fallen on Jane's bag. If the cash wouldn't fallen on Jane's bag, Benji wouldn't have found it. If Benji hadn't found the cash, Benji would have not spent the money to treat his friend with expensive drinks and got drunk, causing him an accident.
I guess what we're trying to say here is that we are all connected in some way all over the world. Each one of us. What another person does affects the other. Somehow like dominoes, where each one falls and falling and fall and fall until all has fallen.
Dayon sa bago. Bago? Laman. Sungsaw karong gyapon. Preparation naman ni sa kuan sa report nato.
May pang-report, pangandaman. Naon tayo nga na sa relasyon para dili na masakitan.
May address sa munisipyo no? Ano di ka diri laagan? Feeling na ko mabalik ko diri ah. Ah, feeling mabalik. Ang feeling na ko nimo yung balik na. Ang kanali wala pa.
Dili ba ingon ko, lami diri, lami balikan.
Lami, imong balikan. Lami man ko, huwag mong balik sa ako.
Actually day, dili man kalami.